My work at the library is really connecting our community to the primary sources that we hold in our collections. Primary sources document historical events, people, and ideas. The different formats can be letters, photographs, journals, early editions of books, maps, those kind of things. So the teaching, research, and public service, they so align with librarianship and primary source literacy, which is an active, huge part of what we do in the library. We work with donors to transfer their personal papers or institutional records. So we collect, we preserve, and we provide access to the stories and voices of individuals, communities, organizations who have a connection to DePaul's mission, to our geographic location, and our Vincentian heritage. So at the library, we work with faculty to integrate these unique primary sources, pulling from the variety of collections that we have, to integrate them into the curriculum so that students can engage with these materials, these primary sources that document the past, that connect them with the history of the University of Chicago, Lincoln Park area, the Vincentian history and heritage. And so what we do is we help students navigate these information sources so that they can do their research, complete their assignments, and also engage in personal projects that they might be embarking on completely on their own, is separate and distinct from a classroom-based assignment. There's a certain level of analysis that has to be undertaken by individuals who use these, but finding and accessing and actually using the primary sources can be challenging, either online or in person. And so what librarians and archivists do, and what we really emphasize in special collections and archives, is providing that guidance and providing that practice for our students to really feel comfortable and have agency in these repositories, that they know that this fundamental part of being part of a democratic society is having access to our records, whether they are city records, whether they are institutional records, personal papers. How do we write our history? How do we connect with the past? It's through these sources, but they can be challenging. And so the librarians and archivists, and myself included, have spent years really helping to facilitate that agency and that sense of comfort and confidence that students need to visit archival repositories or understand and evaluate the context of when they encounter these materials in an online setting. And I feel a really strong connection in my daily work, being guided by those fundamental tenets that are shared amongst our community. And that mission statement, those purposes, they really inform our instruction program in the library and special collections and archives. What has spoken to me over the years is this value-based community that we're a part of, that is really focused on student-centered teaching and learning, but with a shared sense of core values. And a lot of the archival collections that we collect and preserve and provide access to reflect the work of individuals and organizations that are committed to social justice issues, such as affordable housing, um, you know, working towards world peace and disarmament of nuclear weapons, ending capital punishment, servicing incarcerated individuals, community advocacy, leadership programs for disenfranchised or underrepresented groups. So the archival collections that we have in our repository that we make accessible and that we teach people how to use, they really touch on a lot of complex societal issues. And so when our students engage with these materials and they have emotional reactions to very personal stories and voices with these larger issues, I'm very, very grateful that we have this shared set of core values that help me guide a conversation that can be kind of at times maybe fraught a little bit, and so that we can really kind of look toward the teachings and the life and legacy of Vincent de Paul and other Catholic and Vincentian leaders with this kind of shared vocabulary, and that has been something that has been meaningful to me in the work that I do, is not being afraid to talk about respect for the individual, dignity of everyone. Everyone deserves dignity. Um, Words like love. There are some institutions, if we're a state or kind of federal institution, sometimes you wouldn't be able to, you know, share those values and those vocabulary depending on your workplace. If I was an archivist in a corporate environment, for example, I feel like that has been fundamental to my work and my level of comfort and confidence and moving through my days at DePaul. I also think that the individuals and representatives of the organizations who donate to their records to us, I think they like that aspect as well. I think they like knowing that their materials and their collections are going to be utilized in this teaching environment where undergraduates, kind of sitting with larger scale, academic disciplines, are able to connect on a local level through an individual organization. And I think our donors, not that they've explicitly said it, but in kind of long-term conversations, I think they appreciate that emphasis on student learning within a Catholic Vincentian institution.